Hi, welcome to Cubs in Culture for January 5th, 2018. I realized yesterday I said I was going to talk about the off season, but before I can do that, I need to talk about sort of my orientation towards bullpen management, specifically about why I think saves and the concept of a closer are stupid. So let me have to explain a little bit about baseball history. There's not a single statistic used by anyone that isn't in some sense ad hoc or has weirdness in it. Probably the best example of this is pitcher wins and losses. If you don't know what a pitcher win is, for a starter to get the win, their team has to be leading and they have to pitch at least 5 innings. Which means there are situations where, like last year, John Lester pitched only 4 innings, but his team was up by like 9 runs by the time he left, and he actually hit a home run. This was against the Diamondbacks. He didn't get the win. Or, to use it sort of the other way, in Game 7 of 2016, Aroldis Chapman, he blew the lead, but he got the win because of the way in which he was the pitcher of record after the Cubs took the lead. Anyway, another sort of good example of this is batting average versus on-base percentage. Generally speaking, in most situations, a walk will be as valuable as a hit. So by all practical purposes, you should count hit walks as singles. Yes, there's situations in which a walk isn't as good. Someone's on third, you want to put the ball in play, but getting a walk is like. But most of the time, a walk is almost as good as a single, and even when it's not, it's almost as good. Okay, so that's why in around like 2000, 2001, sabermeticians started to stress on base percentage over batting average. Okay, so the thing is, most of the measurements we have for pitching were developed with starters in mind. Earned run average, ERA, is not a good measure for relievers because if a reliever comes in like the 6th inning and there's 2 people on base and 2 outs and he allows a hit, those 2 runs don't go on his ERA. They go on the starter's ERA. So saves were an attempt to measure reliever effectiveness. So a save is either the pitcher pitches the last 4 innings while maintaining the lead, or records the last out while maintaining the lead. Assume if the score is within 3 runs. Okay. So there's been several times in history where a person has recorded a save because they've pitched the last 4 innings and their team was up by 10 runs. There's kind of an infamous example with the Rangers like 7 years ago where the Rangers put up 30 runs, literally 30 runs, but the last 4 innings was pitched by the same guy, so he got the save. So that's what saves are. I think these are a bad measurement for relievers because of the simple fact is if a person comes in for the 7th inning and pitches a clean inning while the score is tied, then their team gets 3 runs and someone else comes in for the 9th and pitches a clean 9th. The pitcher who maintained the tie in the 7th inning added more to the win probability than the closer. Okay. Goose Gossage, who's a Hall of Fame reliever, very famously said, if you can't maintain a 3 fucking run lead, you don't belong in a major league bullpen. And that's kind of how I feel. And in the next section, I'm going to talk about how closers are used versus firemen. Okay, so that's it for right now. See you in a bit.